Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Hannah and I am the crocheter, small business owner, and pattern designer behind the Crafty Jersey. If you are new here on my channel, we talk all things yarn, crochet, patterns, pattern reviews, things like that. If you're not new, then welcome back, and if you are new, leave a comment and introduce yourself. I love chatting with new friends and new crochet friends. So, with all that said, we're going to get into today's video. And first off, I have a pattern release for you. This is my no-sew capybara pattern. I had it tested by 8 wonderful crocheters. I'll pop some pictures up on the screen here of their makes, as well as the yarns they use, that type of thing. But yeah, this pattern, as of the time I'm recording this video, won't be released until later tonight because I'm still waiting on one tester's pictures. So if you've seen that there was one missing in the photos up here, that is why. But be sure to go check this out. I'll have it posted in my YouTube post section. I'll also release a short and a Instagram post and story. That way you can go check it out. It'll be 50% off for the first 5 sales. So if you're wanting this pattern, go there quick because it will be 30% off for the rest of the weekend, but 50% off for the first 5 sales. So this is the first one I made. This was using Basic Chenille Bright's 18mm sinker eyes and a 6mm crochet hook. I have the yarn amounts and stuff I used listed in like the pattern, that type of thing. But yeah, and then I also forgot to mention that this is a free tutorial here on my channel. I did change things for the written pattern though. I added a couple stitches for the ears and the muzzle, just to make it look just a bit nicer. So, if you do make the one from my tutorial and you notice it looks a little bit different, that is why. But the next one we have here is the one in Parfait Chunky, 12mm eyes, and I used a 5mm hook. And this is Naughty Pony yarn. You guys know I love it. And then this last one is with Petite Pearl and a 3.75mm hook. So if you prefer making plushies with thinner acrylic type yarns, this is about the size it'll be. So as you can see, it's really small. Not a lot of stitches, but you can size it up for different yarns. So yeah, definitely a really easy, quick pattern. It takes me like 20 minutes to make. These sell out so fast at my market, so definitely have them on the list to make more of. I also forgot to mention that if my voice sounds a little weird, I had a cold. So if it sounds a little funky, don't mind me. But after that, I do have a pattern test I did for you guys. Here's a little full view. This is the Oakley the Otter by Straight Up Handmade. I was so honored to be able to test for her. Her patterns are so cute, and I just absolutely love this otter pattern. So you make the arms, the legs, the tail, and the head, and then you work from the bottom up, and then you sew the head to the body. So similar to the spluter patterns. I used Premier Parfait Chunky. This is cocoa and almond butter, a 15mm safety nose, and 18mm sinker eyes. But yeah, I feel like this is just such a cute otter pattern. I also weighted the belly so that it's a little bit wiggly. But yeah, this is super cute, and it's very realistic. I love this otter pattern. It has a lot more detail than some of the other ones I did. So, if you're looking for a good otter pattern, highly, highly, highly recommend. I'll have it linked, as well as any of the other patterns down in the description. Then next up, I finished a turtle. This has been in my whip basket for a little while. I have a couple other shells and heads I need to finish up, but I finished this one up. This pattern is by Tara at Old Soul Factory. Highly, highly, highly recommend this pattern. You make the head, then you make the shell and work your way down, and then you don't have to make the fins ahead of time. They're actually chained out and worked in the round, so super quick. Takes me like 30 minutes to make, so it definitely speeds up time for market makes. I used Sweet Snuggles Light with this, an 18mm sinker eyes, and a 6mm hook. So I highly recommend this turtle pattern. Next up, I made an opossum. This one I just freehanded. I kind of used the pattern by Crochet by Jenna. It's in her book and also on her Etsy. But this is basically just freehanded. I kind of just looked at her picture and made it. I'm not the most happy with it. I did see that Loops and Knots Crochet. I'll pop a picture up on the screen and I'll have it linked in the description. I did see that she released a free pattern, and I really want to try that one because it has a lot better shape and it's really tiny and cute, so I might be making more of those for markets. But I do have this one. And I also forgot to mention that if you see a plushie that you want to know like prices on, feel free to just drop a comment and I'll let you know. I don't really figure out my prices until I go through my whole inventory and everything, so I don't have a price really on this yet. And then next up, I made some pickles. 8 of them to be exact. This is my pattern. It's free on my Instagram, in my post section here on YouTube. But yeah, super cute. These sell so well for me at markets. And in my in-person store, I've made like 20 of them and sold all of them. This is Premier Parfait Chunky, 5mm hook and 12mm safety eyes. Takes me like 10 minutes to make, if that. So these tags you can buy from Bird's Nest Crochet. She prints these tags. I do have a laser engraver, so I went ahead and I made these so that I can use them, but they're so cute. They sit well on a desk and people just love them. So I made 8 of those. And then next up, I made this free pattern by Pebbles Crochet. This is the toothless, I think it's called Mini Fury Dragon. But yeah, super cute. It's a free pattern on Instagram. I'll pop a picture up on the screen of hers. I did change one thing on this, I think. Yeah, so you work from the bottom up for the body. And then you make the wings. You surface crochet the tail fins on. Then you make the head, and then you surface crochet these fins on. But instead, I just worked it from the bottom up, and I just like worked the head upside down from the body so that I wouldn't have to sew it, just so it's a little bit faster for me. I was making the Night Fury Dragons by Just a Mom Crocheting. I'll have that one linked down below too because I really love that one. But I wanted a smaller one that I could sell at a smaller... Oh, guys, I can't talk today. I did want one that I could sell at a smaller price point. So there's this. Highly recommend this pattern. Probably took me 35-ish minutes, something like that. And then next up we have this pattern. This is another free pattern, so lots of cute free patterns today, guys. This is by Crochet by Beck on Instagram. This is the Mallard Mod. Super cute. It's perfect size for a little lovey. Alrighty, guys, so I'm working on this Frito the Mini Duckling pattern. This is by Crochet by Beck. And it says in the pattern that you're only supposed to do 1 round in the beak. But I started sewing this together and it's like really small. So I think I'm going to do another round of single crochet. But let me know if you've made this pattern. Am I interpreting it wrong? Or what? Because this is a free pattern, by the way. So it's on Instagram. I'll have it linked in the description. But I'm not sure. And then I'm also watching Robin from Nodding Cook Crochet. If you guys haven't seen her or follow her, which I'm sure most of you probably do, go check out her channel. She's really amazing. I love her makes. But yeah, I'm just not sure what to think about it. It looks like it should be longer in the pictures, but maybe it's just me and I'm interpreting it wrong. But anyways, I'll check back in when I have this done. So you work from the head down. You surface crochet the body onto the head. You surface crochet on the beak. The wings are made ahead of time. You crochet them in the round. Then you surface crochet on the feet. It's a super quick pattern. I did add these little hair tufts at the top just because I think it makes it look cuter. I used embroidered eyes and Bernat blanket with this. Forgot to mention on the dragon. I used Naughty Pony yarn, 18mm sinker eyes, and a 5mm crochet hook. And then this is like perfect chunky because I don't have any red Naughty Pony. So, anyways, back to this duck. It's super quick to make. Takes me like 30 minutes. But I love this pattern. It's adorable. And the only thing I changed was I did add a little bit of brown to the tail and the back loop only. I just slip stitched, did 3 double crochet in 1 stitch, and then slip stitched again just to give it a little bit of a tail. But yeah, super cute. Alright, next up I have a sneak peek for you guys. This is a pattern test for Stitch by Sandpaw. Don't want to show you too much, but this is the sneak peek. And then I'll show you that next week, obviously, once the pattern releases. If it's next week, or the week after that, I'm not sure. And then last but not least, I have a pattern I'm working on for you guys. So, For those of you that have been around a while, you may have known that I have a Dachshund Pattern on my Etsy, but I took that one down because I wasn't too thrilled with it. So this is how it looks like. It's still a cute pattern, but I just wanted to adjust a couple things. This one is with Naughty Pony, 12mm eyes, a 10mm nose, and a 5mm crochet hook. So then this is the second draft. I did shrink down the body a little bit so it's a little bit smaller. And then I also added a nose, or around to the nose, just so that the face is a little bit longer. So I did like that a bit better. This is Parfait Plush, 6mm hook, 12mm eyes, and a 15mm nose. Is that a 15? I think that's a 12mm nose. And this one was cute. And then my dad recommended making the body longer because, as you know, Dachshunds have really long bodies. So this is the next one I made. I made this one using jumbo yarn, Parfait XL, I believe. 18mm sinker eyes and a 15mm nose. Or this one's 25. I don't know, guys. I'm not good with the nose sizes. But I did lengthen the amount on the body. But I think I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more. So this is just a little behind the scenes of the pattern designing. So this is 8 stitches in between the legs. And this one's 5. So I think I'm going to go 10 total. Just to make it really long, tubular. And then I also added a couple stitches to the tail so that it's longer. But yeah, so let me know what you think of this pattern. I'm thinking of making a hot dog mod for it, so we'll see. That might be included in the pattern. So comment down below if you'd like to see a hot dog version. But I think that's about it, guys. I haven't made much this week. And then I have been working on my giant pattern. So other than that, I haven't really made much. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of all the patterns, which one was your favorite, and let's drop a duck emoji if you made it this far to the end of the video. And then, oh, I do have one more make for you. Hang on one sec. Alright, so I finished this horse snuggler pattern by Loops and Knots Crochet. She's here on YouTube. I may have already talked about this. I'm not sure. I used Petite Pearl, 3.75mm hook, and border the eyes. This one would be absolutely giant if it was crocheted with a larger yarn. But I just wanted to make a small, cute one for myself. This is an adorable pattern. You make the head front to back. You make the ears and you crochet them into the head. You make all 4 limbs and you crochet them into the bodies. It's worked up. Then you sew the head to the body. And then this tail and this mane has a really interesting texture. So she has a really neat technique for how to make them twisted. So highly recommend this pattern. I love pattern testing it. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. And be sure to drop a comment. I love chatting with you guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.